Hi, my name is Ana Siqueira, and I teach Spanish to first graders. I will have to divide this video into two because it doesn't allow me a long video. So I'll start by talking a little bit about my lesson plan and where I am right now. I'm teaching my first graders about the animals. So the name of the unit is Yo y los Animales, and that means like the animals and I. And my goals are for them to recognize and recall Spanish names. They'll be able to describe the animals, like the color, the size. Also, they're going to learn where do they eat, where do they live, a little bit about their body parts. Do they have fur? Do they have wings, tails, and things like that, and what they like to do. The goal is like for them to mostly like understand and comprehend, but they will also be able to describe a little bit and speak a little bit and ask basic questions about the animals and themselves, and they will be able to write a book about the animals, and then they will produce a story like a book titled Yo y mi animal. Um, Okay, today specifically we'll be going to be talking about what do animals eat. Before they have already learned some of the animals, the colors, the size. I do a lot of comprehensible input. I do believe that comprehension is the first step. So they started with a little story that I create called La Fiesta del Señor León. You can see that I have the link here that you can go and download and check the story. They sing a lot of songs. I really like to use a lot of songs and about the animals. Also here you can find the YouTube videos that I used. They had to guess what animal it was. They would hear sounds and guess in Spanish what animal it was. It was really a lot of fun for them. After their lesson about what do they eat, they will produce the first book. First book, they will be naming the animals, describing the color, the size, and what it eats, and they will illustrate it. They take the book home, and they can read to the parents and can practice a little bit communication because I've been a lot like doing a lot of comprehension, and I think that maybe now that I've been reading all about those other methods and techniques, I think I should incorporate a little bit of communication too. Well, they will, after that, they will learn where they live, they will learn more things about the animals and produce more books. And they will, later on, they will just compare and contrast themselves with the animals. Like, do I have a beak? Do they have a beak? Do I like to jump like a monkey? And things like that. And they will learn some of the comparisons. They will be learning like negative sentences. They will be learning some verbs and the conjugation of the verb. I will not be teaching them. I will not be requiring them. It's just something that naturally they will be getting used to those conjugations. The plural words, colors, numbers, and comparisons like it's bigger than, smaller than, has more than I, things like that. The class structure. In my classroom, I divided them into groups. In this group, there are four tables with four students. The groups, they have names. The names are chosen by them. Sometimes they choose in English and I translate to Spanish, or they choose some names that they already know in Spanish. Then they have a number, but normally I will call them by name and not by number. I think it's less confusing for this age. They to talk about their favorite animals that they had already previously talked about. They answer questions, they show their favorite animals, they mimic, they did some TPR, and then we use stand up, hands up, pair up. I try to use a lot of cooperative learning. So they walk, they stand up, they put their hands up, they find a partner, and they ask each other's questions, and then he puts his hands up again and go find another partner. But in this lesson, we're going to be using heads together in Spanish, cabezas unidas, and they will be discussing their answers with the group, and then I'll call one student for this group, and everybody in the group has to know the answer. Como todo empezó, how did my lesson start? I started, as usually, I start with some kind of comprehensible input. Sometimes it's my own story. Sometimes I find stories for this one, for the animals. I will be using some books, children's book at the not now at the beginning, but I will be using the what is that? Oso Cafe. I don't remember the name in English, but I try to use as much as comprehensible input as possible. And we use some TPR not only by acting out but also by drawing. They will come and draw the. In this case, they were drawing La Fiesta del Señor León, and there is a song here that they can that we put at the end of my lesson so they could sing and celebrate. In this case, I also used some of the Gestopedia so they can try to have fun and be more engaged and be less stressed. Um, so I asked them the animal, their favorite animals in previous class, and they would draw the ones that it was not in this chart. So like some of my students, he wanted to research and explain, describe the shark. So we drew a tiburon, and I wrote the word tiburon, and we practice a little bit the pronunciation. It's not my main focus, but we do practice because I think it's such a big advantage to work with this age for them to really learn how to pronounce the R's and everything else. So I do work with a little bit of pronunciation. So here starts my lesson. But since I do believe my lesson will be bigger than the 9 minutes that I have left, I will skip my lesson. No, it's okay. I'll do a little bit of my lesson and stop and start again. So that we do sing a song for the animals, some animal song. So let me put some of the song here.
Adivina, adivina, vamos a jugar. Adivina, adivina, ¿cuál es el animal? Kikiriki, cocorocó. Adivina, adivina, kikiriki, cocorocó. ¿Qué animal soy yo? Kikiriki, cocorocó. Yo canto en la mañana. Kikiriki, cocorocó. A todos despierto yo.
El gallo, 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 el gallo.
Okay, after the song, then the lesson starts. Oh, es la fiesta del señor León. Pero el señor León está muy, muy, muy confundido. El señor León pregunta, ¿qué comen los animales? Los animales comen queso. Los animales comen el maíz. Los animales comen los peces. O los animales beben la leche. ¿Qué comen? ¿Qué comen? Pregunta el señor León. Ay, 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 chicos, vamos a ayudar al señor León. ¿Qué comen los animales? El conejo, el conejo. El conejo come la zanahoria o el conejo come el queso. Oh, ¿qué piensas? El conejo come la zanahoria. Zanahoria. Repito, zanahoria. O el conejo come el queso. Oh, la zanahoria. Muy bien. So, repita. El conejo come la zanahoria. La zanahoria. Repitan todos. El conejo come la zanahoria. La zanahoria. Muy bien. ¿Y qué come el ratón, Abby? ¿Qué come el ratón? ¿El ratón come la zanahoria o el ratón come el queso? ¿El queso? Sí, el ratón come el queso. ¿Sí, Wilson? Oh, el ratón también come la zanahoria. Sí, el ratón también come la zanahoria. El ratón come mucho, mucho, mucho. Bueno, cabezas unidas, amigos, cabezas unidas. Heads together. ¿Qué come la tortuga? tortuga marina. ¿La tortuga marina come la medusa o la tortuga marina come la carne? Grupo de las caballeras. Catherine, ¿qué come la tortuga marina? La medusa, repita, la tortuga marina come la medusa. Muy bien. Cabezas unidas, cabezas unidas. ¿Qué come el lobo? ¿El lobo come la medusa o el lobo come la carne? La medusa. El lobo, muy bien, Anthony. El lobo come la medusa. Ahora, ¿qué no come el lobo? El lobo no come la medusa o el lobo no come la carne. No, no, no. ¿Qué no come el lobo? Grupo de los conquistadores. Ryan, ¿qué no come el lobo? La medusa. El lobo no come la medusa. ¿Y el perro? ¿Qué come el perro? Cabezas unidas. José. Y el perro come huesos y ¿qué más? Cabezas unidas. Huesos y grupo de los relámpagos. Ronek. ¿Qué come el perro? Huesos y carne. El perro come huesos y carne. Muy bien. ¿Qué animales comen la hierba? La vaca come la hierba. ¿El elefante come la hierba? ¿O la oveja come la hierba? ¿O la vaca y el elefante y la oveja comen la hierba? Cabezas unidas, cabezas unidas. ¿Quién come la hierba? ¿Qué animales comen la hierba? Sí, grupo azul. Joshua. La vaca come la hierba. Ajá. El elefante y la oveja comen la hierba. ¿Y qué no come el elefante? Sí, cabezas unidas, cabezas unidas. Grupo, las caballeras. Taylor, ¿el elefante no come el queso? Muy bien. ¿Y la vaca? ¿La vaca come el queso? No, no sé. ¿Qué animales comen el maíz? ¿Qué animales no comen los peces? ¿El gallo come los peces? Cabezas unidas, cabezas unidas. Ok, Peter. ¿El gallo come los peces o el gallo come el maíz? Muy bien, el gallo come el maíz. ¿Y el gato come o bebe la leche? El caballo come heno. El gato bebe la leche. So, ¿qué hace el gato? ¿Bebe la leche o come la leche? Bryson. Sí, el gato bebe la leche. Muy bien. El león no come la medusa. El pingüino come el maíz y no come los peces. Ahora vamos a jugar. Adivina, adivina, ¿qué animal soy yo? ¿Qué animal es café y pequeño y come carne? El perro, muy bien. Ahora ustedes ven aquí, Catherine. ¿Qué animal es grande y gris y come hierba?